Hallelujah. We can have our seats in God's presence. I am a poet. And the title of this piece is I Am. Can somebody just turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor, there is no condemnation? Come on, say it like you mean it. There is no condemnation. Hello. Yes, you. And you. Hello. You may not recognize me. Well, of course you wouldn't. The last time we met, I had blood all over my face. But then I was about to change the course of history forever. And looking so ugly was just a little price I had to pay. So forgive me if my looks made you look away in horror. I'm sorry. It will never happen again. It has been a while since after I blatantly reduced the forces of nature to mere myths and legends, but then I've realized that the story of my conquest at the request of my father has been reduced to, well, a story. Yes, the story of my acts of love towards humanity has been classed into a section of the library called impossibility. So then I think it is safe to say that mankind does not recognize who I am. So I'll reintroduce myself. I am. I know this might be a little too deep for you to comprehend, a little too twisted for you to blend into your seemingly vast repertoire of personality description, for no vocabulary can sufficiently describe the authenticity of my personality. So I made it simple. I am. You see, I watched for many of what you call years as humanity groveled in darkness. In a bid to survive, they became lawless, and these men were supposed to be in my likeness. You all had fallen short of my glory, but my love for you was just too tall. So here I am. You see, I'm royalty. And for you, let's just say I had to change my wardrobe, for divinity disrobed himself and took upon himself the frail apparel of human flesh. And while hanging on the cross, I, the very fabric of existence, died to bring into existence many sons of glory. In no world does this make sense. You see, man sinned, God died. But then I wouldn't be God if you could gain a full comprehension of the contemplations of my mind. So I stand right here every minute on the streets of humanity, calling out to those poor in understanding, to those suffocating under the heat of society, to those lost in a battle for self-identity. Please, by all means, listen to me. Dear Lara, you thought he loved you, so you convinced yourself that he was your knight in shining armor. You see, he had an irresistible allure, so you fell for his well-constructed glamour. Yes, it was so magical that it wasn't logical at the time to think that those butterflies in your stomach could be potentially misleading you. No, you were too swept off your feet to think, so you fell for his charm. But you never thought he would plunge you into decadence, take away your innocence. He handed you that pen called guilt, and you began to write your story in the blood ink of unborn children. Yes, you acted out a script so well played it could fit into the title: pregnancies and abortions. And then you slowly evolved into a bag only worthy to be punched. Drowning in the sorrows of condemnation, love has become an abomination. For you, Lara, things fell apart, but I am the center that holds, and I will bring this nightmare to a close if and only if you could look in my direction, for I am the solution to this condemnation you feel. Hey, please, do not think that I am too holy to understand, for right there where you stand is a man after my heart, through whom my love for you will be experienced by you. He will treat your wounds. In him love is true, for a man cannot love you if he doesn't love me first. You see, Lara, I am love. Dear Ebuka, you have used so many condoms that your friends have nicknamed you the Lord of the Rings. Yes, the tale of your conquest have spread so far and wide, you are now the most popular man amongst the opposite sex. But you see, Ebuka, the day you met Chidima became your undoing. You didn't want to get to know her first. You didn't care if she was driving you into a casket 6 feet underground. No, all you cared about was that her booty was like 2 planets. Driven by lust, you wanted her at all costs. Whatever she wanted, you got for her. Chidima was driving you nuts. But what you never realized was that the big buttocks of a woman who fears not the Lord is useless to any man. You see, it would just be shaking away his destiny. And need I remind you of how shaking away your destiny is, because she left you for Alhaji. And now you're thinking to yourself, I had sex with sin, now I'm pregnant with evil. After all I've done, can God really forgive me? Maybe. Well, you see, the good news is that I am God, and together we can abort this pregnancy. Yes, when you really get to know me, you can truly be free. That's why I stand here every minute on the streets of humanity, calling out to those poor in understanding, to those suffocating under the heat of society, to those lost in a battle for self-identity. And this is the news, that I do not have life. Yes, I am life. I do not have light. I am light. Yes, I am the Spirit, and I will get you so drunk that the stench of my presence around you causes the universe to respond with outbursts of supernatural activity. I am everything you need. Will you listen to me? This is not what you call the excellency of speech, for these words that I speak are spirit and they are life. I am.